These are exciting times for African football because African football is redefining its route. The destination hasn't changed. The destination which was foreseen by our forefathers in 1957 in Ethiopia. But there has been a need to reroute ourselves because it is quite clear that at some stage African football somehow lost its way and got off the main road. But the destination hasn't really changed. The presidency of Dr. Patrice Motsepe has brought about the impetus to create a different environment, a business-friendly environment, a focused environment. Now, the reality of it is this. We had a number of competitions, existing competitions at CAF. And there was we looked into a lot of these competitions and we looked at the revenues that were tied up to these things. And we looked at our goals and our dreams, and it was quite clear for us that to achieve our goals and our dreams, we needed to come up with new products that are going to bring the necessary revenues and stimulate the growth of African football, to supercharge it to the destination that we all desire. Now, the African Football League is an exciting idea. It's an exciting idea that is really bringing about change. By change, it doesn't mean it's replacing anything. It is bringing new innovation to the space. It is breathing freshness to the space. It is a platform for the continent's top clubs to play amongst each other in a quick, short format and create excitement. I mean, on a weekly basis, you are seeing Al Ahly versus Simba, Mamelodi Sundowns versus Petro de Luanda, Tunis versus Enyimba. And it's not only looking at one region, it's the top teams from across the African continent playing amongst themselves in a very short format and generating the necessary excitement that will generate the necessary revenues from a TV audience point of view and many other aspects. These are not competing factors, these are collaborating factors. If you think about it, the African Football League is a sister competition to the CAF Champions League. And one doesn't replace the other. It is not cannibalism. It is a complementary relationship that you will look at the African Football League that generates a certain excitement, and the next week you are looking forward to watching the Champions League, the same teams that you are playing. Actually, what you think about, if you think about the number of games the European teams are playing, each team plays about 54 to 60 matches. In Africa, our teams play about 34 matches a season. That's almost half of that, right? If you look at an average point of view. Now, the reason, if you look at the 60 matches and the revenue that is generated from the 60 matches, Africa needs to catch up. Not only on the matches, because the matches is linked to content, and content is linked to revenue. Now, I always have a problem with people who are criticizing the solutions coming from Africa without giving viable solutions to the material conditions we face. Africa doesn't need aid. It has received aid for the last 50 years. African football needs innovative solutions so that it can be self-sustaining itself, so that we don't hear this whole thing of our players, best players playing in Europe and other places. Of course, we are in a global community whereby we are always going to exchange things, but it must be because I want to go and play in Denmark. I want to go and play in France. We have to develop our own thing. The African Football League is an idea towards creating sustainability, creating relevance, creating conversations, and of course, if you talk about the last part, it has not been short of creating any conversations as it is. It's strength versus strength on any given day. its excitement, its freshness. It is a complementary product that is supercharging African football. And at first it might be misunderstood, but I think it's going to change the face of African football. One of the unique things and what makes the AFL different from the other leagues or other formats of the so-called Super League is that it's not just about the elite. The revenues are distributed amongst the 54 members of CAF. The African Football League is not there to benefit only a few. The revenues and money and the spin-offs of these competitions will filter through the entire continent. Our dreams are not only for a few. Our dreams are for a better continent, a better Africa. And in order for us to do this, we have to avoid a situation whereby there is only a few that benefit and the rest is left behind. The prize money might be for the clubs, but the benefits are for everyone else, commercially speaking. I spent 10 years of my life working at a league, at a professional league, a very busy professional league. So I have a lot of appreciation for fixtures. That's a conversation we must have. The formation of the African Club Association, which was an initiative of the CAF President, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, is creating a platform of conversation to discuss the issue of the calendar, not from a conceptual point of view, but from a practical point of view. And I think that avenue, I mean, the excitement that has been generated by the formation of the African Club Association, an independent body that is going to be run by clubs, talking about issues affecting clubs and leagues in the rest of the continent, it is going to find a very good environment whereby there is a conversations, not CAF imposing to leagues what they should be doing. The African Club Association and CAF will work together to formalize these things. I think everyone understands, everyone appreciates, everyone can see, and those who cannot see will soon realize that this is going to be something that is going to change the face of African football. It is not possible to get a consensus amongst 100 people, right? But as long as 90 are with you, you must move on with it.